Sabenya!
Out of anybody who would do that, of course it will be you.
Wait, what? What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? I don't have
Yo.
I don't have a deep voice. Like, what's up, everybody?
We could go the other way, where I could try to match your voice.
Oh shit, he's taking my job. God damn it, you're taking my job. What's wrong with you?
Germs! Yeah.
Yay, I'm so happy you're here. I feel like
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
We've tried, and we tried, and we tried, and we did it.
And look at us now.
Look at us now, bros. Look at us now.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody knows who you are, because if they don't, I'm gonna kick their butt. But for those of the peoples that don't know, can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Oh, are we doing... I didn't know we were going with the app. I see you, Mousy.
Yeah.
I see you. Well, hello there, everyone. My name is Magni Dezmond, a.k.a. the Great Magni Dezmond. Greats in quotes in order to emphasize how great I am. I'm the alchemist, self-proclaimed HOLOSTARS English of the Guild Tempest. And I'm on here, this old speak of the devil. This birdie girl right here, Ironmouse. Thanks for inviting me. And I just want to say, K-Kona, brother.
K-Kona! Ooh! Yeah! Oh God!
Don't get me started on the accent. I'll never be able to stop.
Oh no! Wait, that's the same thing as me, bro. Once I start, I can't stop. Oh no! Help! It's coming! You know what's worse? When I play Minecraft, I go like into like this role-playing mode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like to roleplay a lot. Yeah, I remember playing like Gmod, and you know, recently like Rust and stuff. I enjoy a little role playing.
I love Rust. Oh, I've been dying to like play Rust again because I had so much fun acting like a cannibal.
I see. Is that for me? It's okay. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I think I'm spoiling some stuff. Actually, this is not good.
Oh shit! Oh! Please don't come after me. It's not my fault.
It weren't us.
Oh,
it weren't
God,
us.
it weren't us,
Nah.
no.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. Rust is fun. Rust is fun. It's just like, first of all, any game with like open mic,
Yeah.
it's just like, it is a ticking time bomb, but it's the funniest thing ever that you could do in a video game is have like an open mic, a proximity chat.
I love
Funniest thing ever.
Dude, I'm playing Minecraft on the server and there's proximity chat. It's so good. It is, dude, I like to do my little wheelings and dealings in Minecraft. You know, I'm a bit of a mafioso, you know?
Your server's modded up, right? I've seen some screenshots you posted on
very
Twitter or
modded.
something. Yeah, that looks like a fun time.
It is a fun time.
Who do you...
I wish we could play Minecraft.
Oh, well, I don't know. Are we not allowed to?
I don't know. Do you think we would ever be allowed to play Minecraft together?
I don't see why not.
What if we do like a Minecraft challenge? What if we do like Bed Wars?
Oh gosh, I'm down. But I just want to let you know, it's like Rust, right? Like when it comes to stuff like that, like the only way, forgive me for being a little meta here, but like the only way this works is if you truly like go all in, you know, savage. No, you know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna do it, like you do it, you know, like, oh, okay, you're like, it's okay, I'm not gonna kill you. He's like, no, I'm gonna kill you, your family, I'm gonna take all your stuff.
I understand. I used to be very half-halves. Half-halves, you know? I used to be half-halves. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I was transformed when I played Minecraft this past time. It was like, I felt like something took over me. And I realized, wow, I can manipulate people and I can take their money in Minecraft. And I can be a drug kingpin in Minecraft.
I'm sold. when I play Minecraft, it's like it's just a matter of time. It's like I forget what that show was, but when it's like doom and it's like 24 hours has passed. It's like it's just a matter of time before like whatever group of people I'm playing with, whatever server it is, just ends with like everything being burnt to the ground. It's just like a grief, Magni Dezmond.
That sounds like my type of experience. Grief.
It's like the Hulk. It's just like grief, must grieve, and I turn into the Hulk, the incredible griefer. And
I must grieve. I try not to do. Well, I'm more of like a, hey, wanna buy some candy, and then I'll sell them something that's really easy. Like I sold somebody dye for like a ton of money. It's like
sold them what?
I sold them red dye.
Oh, red dye. Okay.
Yeah, for a lot of money. And, I mean, they could have easily made it themselves. But they didn't know any better. And I'm okay with that. I provided a service.
Taking advantage. I like it. I like it. That's my kind of role play right there.
They didn't know what hit them.
I remember my fondest memory of role playing in a video game. And it's like I said earlier, the funniest moments is when you're role playing on these servers where like anyone can join, and you're talking to like these strangers on the internet. Gmod. I may be role playing some sort of activity upstairs. We were partaking in like printing some stuff and distributing some other stuff. And I remember I was a store clerk, and I remember I was attacked. I was robbed.
Oh, no.
They came in, they killed me, they took my stuff. But luckily, thank God for me, Batman was there. I remember being like a young kid and having Batman come in the Batmobile and like and taking these people away. And I remember like his motto was like Batman. I remember him turning to me and going like, "You're safe now." And then he drove away in the Batmobile. And that's like the fondest memory of role playing I've had. Gmod. Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how cool it is, but to a little kid role playing in Gmod servers is pretty cool.
Man, oh god damn it! I remember back in the day when I used to role play on Final Fantasy. Shit.
What kind of role play? Oh, you mean the MMO?
Yeah.
There is a server I remember because I almost picked that server because I like to roleplay. There's like a server that's supposed to be like the roleplay server, right?
Wait, which roleplay server are we talking about?
Okay. Should we move on? I don't know.
Wait, what roleplay server are you talking about?
I don't know. Never mind.
I might have.
I don't know. I actually don't even know.
Listen, Folger, my friend Folger, he told me that there were some special roleplay servers. I didn't know there was a special roleplay server.
I see.
I didn't know that there was a special roleplay server.
Yes, there's a special one. If you want to roleplay, you join the server.
Wait, no.
But
I'm talking about a special one.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
I don't
know either. That's just something I just learned about this morning.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Wait, what is
Send me a link later.
Okay, I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
I got you. What? Somebody said Magni, not a furry Desmond?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
Is it because of your Sonic thing?
Hey, listen, everyone, just liking Sonic doesn't make someone a furry, okay?
I mean,
a lot of people like Sonic. First of all, can I just say, I don't like the discourse, all right? First of all, I want to put my foot down. I don't like this discourse because it's like, oh, you're a furry. And I'm like, I'm not a furry. It's like, okay, there's nothing wrong with being a furry. I'm not, right? But first of all, I don't like the direction we're coming from, right? Because if you want to be a furry, whatever. Yeah. I don't care. Power to the player, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm not a furry. You know why? Not that I wouldn't like to be, but I feel like if I was a furry, right? And I was a honest to goodness, hot-blooded red-blooded, honest to goodness furry. And there's like some dude, right? And people are like, oh yeah, he's a furry. And I'm an honest to goodness furry. I have a fursuit. I role play. I'm in the forums. I would be offended. I would take offense to that. Yeah. Not any. Look at this guy. He's a streamer. He's talking, and there's people calling him a furry. He's not a furry. So it's more out of respect that I say I'm not a furry. Because I don't have a suit. I don't partake. I'm not entrenched in the community. So it's not my place to say I'm a furry. I need to go through the process, whatever that might be, and I'm not privy to that process. But like, I'm not a furry.
So there's a type of indoctrination ceremony.
Perhaps
to becoming a furry.
Perhaps there is, and whatever that process is, I haven't gone through it, right? So I can't say that I'm a furry. Again, when I deny that I'm a furry and people call me a furry, it's not out of disgust or anything like that. It's out of respect, Mouse, right?
I see. So you want to be one?
Well, I would not be against it either way, right?
Ah, I see. So it could go either way for you.
So your fursona.
My persona.
This is right, because this is an interesting.
I'm not a furry.
No. I know. Hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, if you were one.
If I was one.
Right. Well, first off, have you ever given that any thought? Like, you ever watched Zootopia?
Oh damn! I did watch Zootopia.
Yeah. So what like an anthropomorphic like animal character is, what I mean?
I have a complaint about Zootopia.
Okay, go for it.
Some of the logistics of how that place works just doesn't make sense to me. It just does not make sense. As a city, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of issues, especially with the smaller animals living amongst the larger animals. This is just it. I just don't see it going well for anybody.
The logistics, right?
It just doesn't make sense. Also, Judy Hopps, kind of a bitch. A little bit. I feel like she's very judgmental and she has a chip on her shoulder. And she really, when she graduated the police academy, she wanted to be like the best of the best. And it's like, bitch, you just got this job. What do you think? You think you could be a detective their first day on the job? What? This is Zootopia, not that. I don't know. Not Disney World.
Yeah. No, I get you. And
imagine getting a job, right? And you expect to be the president of the company the day you got hired.
Right. And listen, I'm not here to cause any inflammatory things, but like, you are a bunny, Judy. Come on.
Right? And she's like, oh, is it because I'm a bunny? It's like, you are 3 feet tall.
If even.
How are you going to tackle a rhinoceros, man?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on steroids or something? Because Jesus, listen. Let me tell you something, sister. Here's something that the movie likes to be like, oh, anybody can be anything. No, you can't. Anybody can't be everything. There is a limit as to what you can't be like. Oh, I was born a rabbit. No, you know what? I'm gonna be a rhino. It's like, honey, you just can't be the rhino.
Just the exact opposite of like the thematic lesson of like Zootopia. It's like, no, you can't be that. Be what you are.
This movie
How dare
is
you?
selling fallacies and fantasies. It's true. It's true. It's like, no, you don't always get what you want. Life sucks.
Kinda, yeah. But whatever, I guess. But my point is that like, so you very clearly know what a fursona might be.
Okay,
for example,
I may have watched the movie a couple of times.
Right. In that like one or two. Oh, I've only seen it once.
I may have watched it more than once. But for research purposes only.
Okay, I'm gonna shift my tone then, because I thought I was speaking to someone. I'm sorry. I thought that might be condescending. I thought I was speaking to someone that was not as read up as I hypothetically might be. But my question to you, and why I wanted to ask you this specifically, is because, I thought about, like, hypothetically speaking, of course, like, what would my persona be? Like, not like I am thinking of it, but like hypothetically speaking, and it's like, I could be anything. I could be this animal. Like, which animal am I?
Well, what animal are you? Go ahead. Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking?
Yeah.
Some sort of, like, there's like a creature like a ferret, honey badger. What is this type of animal called? It's like a small, like, not a cat, not a dog.
Hedgehog?
No. Hedgehogs are way too small. Okay, see, that's the other thing. That's my complaint. Listen, and this is why I said this was my qualifier in the beginning, that, like, I don't mean to disrespect furries, and that's my problem with my chat when they say stuff like that, and they're like, oh, I'm a hedgehog because I like Sonic. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. A persona is not that simple. It's like, I want to be a hedgehog because like I like Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like, no, it has to be deeper than that, right? Because it's like, what maybe that's a good one. Yeah, a stoat. I think that is correct. Perhaps raccoon. Okay, now we're pushing the boundaries of what this is. But my point is that for me, I can pick and choose because I'm not an animal. But my question I want to extend to you, I want to ask you, is because you're Ironmouse, right?
And everybody expects me to do mouse, huh?
Right. So what is your stance with that? Like, is it weird to not be a mouse if you had a persona? Would that be weird? Or do you feel shoehorned into that? What are your thoughts about that? Should
I have thought about this quite some time, because a lot of times when people are like, why is your name Ironmouse? You are neither metal nor rat. And I'm like,
like Socrates, like a council, and you're like the stadium, like in Rome, and you're like standing in the middle, and there are all these like bearded ancient philosophers.
Yeah, and it's just like, come on, man, like. You can't. Not everything is gonna be the name it is. It's not like you go to a restaurant and be like, oh yes, I'm going to restaurant today. It's like, it has a name, and sometimes a name fits the theme, and sometimes it does not.
True.
It's just a name, Just because people used to call me Mouse as a nickname, and I used it as my name, and I think I think the name is cool. That doesn't mean I would be a mouse.
Okay, agreed. I would say the same. I don't think if you were to, in the case of personas, for example, I don't think it necessarily needs to be a mouse. I would agree, because it's more about what animal reflects who you are personality-wise, right? Your disposition, rather.
That is true. So here's a question I have to you. What happens when you're not interested in being an animal of the fur, but you're interested in, let's say, a shark or a lizard?
I see. Right. So there are these categories that outside of the classical furry, mind you, right? There are the scalies, there are avians, right? Scalies being like lizards, whatever. Argonian, I don't know. And then avian, feathers, birds, right? And then there's like the water dwellers, right? Are there like shark sonas, fish sonas? I'm not really sure what you call those, to be honest. But I think it's all under the same umbrella. Like, I don't think a scaly persona is like any lesser or better necessarily than like a furry persona. But we are getting into like more fringe, I think.
I see.
But
man, you know a lot about this stuff.
It's just what I don't know. I heard, I like watched like a YouTube video. I don't know, some guy, or like a Reddit thread one time. Like, I don't know. This is just like what I've heard. So.
Yeah. You heard.
That being said, maybe, I don't know. Like, people liken me to. You ever watch the Onceler? Or no, it's not the Onceler. It's like the Lorax, right?
Oh, the Onceler.
I've been told that I'm very Onceler-esque.
Oh my god, I can't unsee it now.
I would cut the trees down, and I'd wear the top hat, and
Oh my God, you
I'd
would
make
cut
the
the
mag
truffle
coin.
of trees?
I'd cut the truffle of trees, a truffle of times, and I'd make a truffle a buck.
Did you also know a long time ago in the depths of a website called Tumblr?
I may have partook once in a while, yes.
In the website known as Tumblr, there used to be a myth of a man named the Onceler, and everyone wanted that man to fuck himself.
Yes, the Onceler, this whole era where like people were shipping the Onceler with different personalities of himself.
Exactly.
And they were all like different colors.
Yep.
And I was there. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Oh
yes.
my God, you were watching upon the precipice.
Yeah. And
human creativity.
And it imprinted in me. I guess so. What was I saying? Okay. I was likening it to like, maybe I am Onceler-esque. And maybe
that's
you would
your
say
persona.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like a scaly, like a reptile-esque. Kind of maybe fits me because it's kind of like slithery and kind of like, I'm kind of like I don't know, yeah, maybe like some sort of like giant Japanese salamander, or maybe a one of the lizards that kind of like run. They have the frills and they run on the water. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a little lizard, and it's like, the gills frill out. I don't know what that's called.
I don't know the name of that animal, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, once upon a time, I was chased by an iguana.
Chased?
Yes.
How was it? Are you okay?
I am okay.
Because chased implies that like this iguana was gonna, it's gonna get you and like attack you.
I promise you. Listen. I was unaware as a wee lass. I was unaware that iguanas run fast. They do, and they scrape their little nails on the pavement, and they go
right,
and they can run. And this iguana seemed to have a problem where he was like missing. I thought it was diseased, but it turns out it was just an albino iguana, which I didn't know existed.
What did you do to this poor iguana to earn its ire?
I didn't do anything. I was just in the vicinity. Perchance maybe I might have had a piece of bread in my hand. And the iguana chased me.
You implying the iguana saw the bread, wanted the bread, or something.
He did. I mean, either that or he wanted my toes, but I don't
know. There is something there that you said, right? It's like I asked, like, oh, what did you do to this poor iguana? And you're like, nothing. I was just in the vicinity. And that always seems to be the case with like animal attack stuff, right? They always say like, if you leave like I've been stung by a bee, right? And I'm like, and they always say like, if you leave the bee alone, right? If you don't provoke the bee, it'll leave you alone. It's like, okay, but what counts as provoking it? Just like being near it? And it always seems to be that. It's like, what do you mean? I'm not provoking the animal. I just can't be near it?
I had another incident that happened to me like this. Perchance maybe you can give me some insight.
Sure.
Once upon a time, I was at my uncle's house, and he had a parrot. He had a green bird. This green motherfucking bird, every time I would go to my uncle's house, that bird would look at me with the most strangest look. You know how birds have those weird eyes?
Yeah.
They have those weird bird eyes.
Yeah.
And he was looking at me with his weird bird eyes. And I looked at him with my human eyes. And you know what happened?
What happened?
He flew, because my uncle was like, oh, let me do my ritual of routinely keeping this wild, crazed, murdering creature out of his cage and allowing him to fly freely throughout the halls of my home. And I'm here minding my own business, and all of a sudden the bird lands on my head, and I was wearing pigtails at the time because I was a little lass, a wee lass, an innocent babe. And all of a sudden that bird dug his talons into my head with his bird feet. And I screamed, and it was stuck in my head because I was wearing pigtails. I'm like, ah! And then he was like, oh my goodness, you have to excuse me. He's never done this before. And I'm like, that bird attacked me.
Fuck that bird.
Fuck that bird.
Fuck that bird. Yeah, birds, you know what? Not a fan of birds either, right? They're like dirty and they're like, they're wildy. They're wily, right? They have talons. They they're loud, and also like they're how intelligent is a bird, right? And also you can't like pet a bird. I mean, you can, but you can't pet a bird like a cat, right? And it's not a companion like a dog.
That bird doesn't give a shit about you.
Why birds, right?
Yeah.
Fuck birds, okay?
Fuck birds.
Fuck birds.
Yeah, fuck birds.
Fuck that bird in particular.
Yeah, fuck that bird in particular. I think he's dead now.
Good.
I don't know, or maybe he's not. But
watching the stream right now, sharpening talons. Sharpening the talons. You wish I was.
Oh God.
Prepping.
Oh God,
Prepping.
He's biding his time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't seen this bitch in a minute.
Right. It's like caw, and then in captions, right? It's like, just you wait.
It's all according to Keikaku.
Keikaku. Kaku? Keikaku.
Why are we so dumb? I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I laugh at that?
What are you talking? It's perfect. It's perfect.
It is. It's funny. It's hilarious. You're hilarious.
I guess so.
What do you mean you guess so? You are.
Yeah.
You're super funny and super entertaining.
Thanks.
I love watching your streams.
Oh, thank you.
I have to lurk because, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous out there. Yeah. Yeah. I can't I learned that quickly. I didn't really understand, it's like, let me go chat with someone. Even with like even within my guild, right? It's just like, let me say something. But you don't realize that like for me, for example, I'll say something and I'm like, I unleash the horde, right? And they'll spam some kind of joke, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like an inside joke, like within my own chat. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to remember, I'm not just like just another chatter, I'll like activate and maybe steer the stream in a direction. I don't want to like impose that on like the show that's going on, so sometimes I'm just like, just like not say anything in this given moment. Chat responsibly. True. So true. Other times I'm just like, attack.
What is this Ant Nation?
Oh my gosh. I did that. I walked straight into that, didn't I?
Oh no. What is this Ant Nation that everybody's talking about?
Yeah, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Go on.
Yeah, I left you know what? Like, I'm not a filthy guy, but I might have left some like pancake filth. Like, I made some pancakes and I left it out, and you know what? Yeah, I got invaded by ants. Like, there were ants everywhere, and I sat down and I started my stream, and in the beginning of my stream, I noticed I saw the ants and they were everywhere and they're swarming, but I wasn't gonna cancel my stream. I already started it, so I just did my stream just surrounded by the ants, and ever since then, they rear their heads like right now.
How could you stream with ants all around you?
Yeah, it was disgusting. But I started streaming. I didn't want to cancel, and I got rid of them. Yeah.
Once upon a time, my sister was eating ice cream and she left it out and it petrified.
Petrified.
I was unaware that ice cream can petrify. I figured it would melt, but this ice cream somehow did not melt. It just petrified and became a hardened lump.
Petrified, like the amber in Jurassic Park,
yes.
Like the amber is...
Yes, we're gonna extract the blood of the mosquito in the amber.
They're gonna do that to us, by the way, in in 1,000 years. They're gonna find a computer, right?
No,
and they're gonna extract
blood,
and it's gonna be like Jurassic Park, but with VTubers. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're gonna clone all of us.
They're gonna clone us. Yeah.
They're gonna clone you and they're gonna name you Magni Dezmond.
No! Go for it. Go for
Magni?
it.
Mogwai. Have you ever watched Gremlins?
Oh my gosh. When I was like really little, yeah.
Oh, what do you think about that?
I don't. Oh no, I was way too like I watched it like on and off on like the television. I couldn't
Don't
tell you
watch
what.
it now.
Oh gosh.
Don't
That's the
watch
one
it
with
now.
with like the puppets, right? Or are they puppets or what are they?
Well, I think because it was an old movie, they were like animatronics and puppets and
Right.
stuff. A lot of practical stuff. If they would remake that movie now, holy shit. It would be all CGI.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is The Fifth Element.
I asked you this before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's with like the opera singing at the end, right? Yeah, that was a cool movie. It was a cool movie.
It's what inspired me to sing.
That makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's cool. Blue alien.
You've done a good job, but now you're pink and more of, instead of an alien, more of like a.
I'm demon.
Yeah, more of a satanic gremlin-esque, I would say. But pretty much on the same. If there's like an alignment chart, like you and that blue alien are on it, would be put on it.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Yeah, I really like. You ever watch a movie called The Prestige?
I've never seen The Prestige. I think I asked you this question too, and
did we? I think we might have just had like the same exact conversation we're having right now, just like in the Phasmo collab. Yeah, we might just be repeating ourselves. Yeah. I really like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that movie.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies. It was like formative for me because I remember like The Night Before Christmas was when I discovered what art was. Okay. Yeah. Let me explain because like excuse me, sorry. Oh god.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm okay. Sorry, I'm choking on my spit. But I watched The Night Before Christmas and like whatever other movies I had.
Sorry, that was my medicine.
Okay. Do we need to take a break?
No, continue. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, you're a kid and you like watch movies, right? And like animated or whatever it might be. But when I watched The Night Before Christmas, it came with like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And The Night Before Christmas had a behind the scenes of how they made the animatronics. And like how they made the movie, right? And they made the puppets and they showed off the stop motion. And as a kid, it was the first time I saw like, oh, this is how they made this, right? It was my first time experiencing that. And like something clicked in my head, like, oh, this is art. Well, like I not like that obvious of a statement, as a kid, but like, like they did this and it created this, and that was the first time it clicked. And it was like very formative for me. And since then it's been like stuck out in my head, like, wow, like they had to like work and it looked hard, right? Because I remember there was a part where they're like to make Jack the protagonist like talk, they had to take out the head and put in like different mouth shapes. And I remember being like, whoa, that seems so hard and cool. And I see that's how they made that. So Night Before Christmas is like a very important like movie for me. Probably one of my favorite movies. Also, the music's cool. I love musicals,
You love musicals.
Well, okay,
I
so
remember this.
Yeah. So I'm not like a musical guy. Like I don't have like my favorite Broadway musical. Like I can't say that. I haven't like seen many musicals, but like in general, I love like musicals. Like I love breaking into song. Like I love stories that break into song and stuff. And like I love the kind of quality, like a musical, like Broadway song, like a number, right? Kind of has like, again, I don't really know the terms, but it has a certain kind of genre. Like you can tell, oh, this is kind of like a musical song, right?
Yeah.
And I like love that kind of thing. So.
I love musicals too.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your favorite musical?
Ooh,
Uh-oh,
yeah. Yeah. I again, all of the musicals I've consumed is through online. Yeah, I watched The Greatest Showman. No, I like the one where it's like, if I was a poor boy. I remember really liking it. I like that one. Tick Tick Boom with Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I watched that as well. That was a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have like a favorite musical. I just like the idea and concept of musical. I can't really name that many, to be honest. But yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to know the names.
Oh, Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with that one.
I think we had this conversation. Why?
Oh, it's because I feel like Andrew Lloyd Webber, like all of his stuff sounds the same.
See, I don't know enough to like comment on that. I have no idea. I don't even know. I'm assuming that's just like the composer, right? Yeah, I don't know. I just know the one song. Fantasy, sing for me. Like I just like you know, my angel of music. Like I just like that song. I think it's like it's funny and cool and like cool. You know, I just
like
that song.
What if they remake Phantom of the Opera, but it's like a horror movie?
Oh. Yeah, so we did have this exact same conversation, I think. A horror version.
Jesus, we talk about everything. What the fuck?
Horror, right? You said horror?
Guys, horror.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a different. Let me
think.
Yeah, that would also be cool, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Were you saying? Did you mean horror movie?
No, I don't know.
Like a porno?
No, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Like a porno?
Phantom of the Glory Hole. We should move on. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh dear God.
Okay.
What would that even look like?
Suck my angel of music. Ooh, I mean, I don't know, dude.
Oh God, you're gonna get me in trouble.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble. We'll move on.
It was all his idea. It was all his fault. It wasn't me.
It was. That's my secret cap. I'm always in trouble.
Are you always in trouble?
Yeah, I have like a permanent dent in my skull from being perpetually bonked. Yeah.
Oh, you get bonked a lot, huh?
Yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know. I've developed a kind of Stockholm like esque scenario.
Oh, so you like bonking. Feeling like you're in constant state of danger.
Yeah, you know, like when you're a kid and your tooth like kind of comes out and it's like it hurts, but you kind of like it. You know what I mean? Like that's
because it hurts.
You know exactly what I'm. You kind of wiggle it and it hurts, but you kind of like it and you keep doing it. I don't know. I don't know.
I like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it too, and I did it.
Are we
I don't know.
Weird?
I don't. No, come on. That's not like. That's not that weird.
You feel the pain, but it's like you can't stop.
Yeah, like hurts so good. Hurts so good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How have we gone this long without talking about Kamen Rider at least once?
Oh my God! I feel like we talk about everything else, and then we remember to talk about Kamen Rider.
Right,
it happened like that the last time.
Right, like here comes the segment, the 7-hour Kamen Rider discussion.
But that's why, because we've been waiting, because we're gonna do that stream. Remember?
Yes.
And I feel like we're gonna fucking fight.
Maybe. I mean, I think it's similar to how I like musicals, like my stance on musicals. Like I love Kamen Rider, but I feel like when I start to talk about Kamen Rider, and then my chat hits me like, "Oh yeah, Magni, what did you think about episode 37 of like Kamen Rider Fives?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not like that, okay? Like I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in episode 37 of Kamen Rider Fives. Like I just like Kamen Rider. I'm familiar with Kamen Rider. I can like recognize Kamen Riders and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that Kamen Rider," and I kind of remember the general premise. But like, you know, I feel they're like,
you know, directly to the episode and the minute and be like, yeah, in episode this happened, and like You didn't acknowledge it, Magni. What the fuck?
Yeah. Actually, Magni, like Kamen Rider Kabuto, he's not fast. It's a time thing. It's like, okay, dude. Okay, I get you. I hear you loud and clear. One of my favorite Kamen Riders, by the way, is Kamen Rider Kabuto. If you had to,
I see. Kabuto.
We had this conversation again, but like your favorite Kamen Rider is Wizard, correct?
Yes.
Or it's Wizard, right?
Yes.
No, you don't have to say. You don't have to say like I'm not about to attack you. I don't.
Listen,
well, to be honest, like Wizard.
Every time I say that I love Wizard, people are like, what? Wizard? What the fuck? And I'm just like, guys, you know what? When are you gonna lay off, huh?
So, why is my question?
What do
I don't
you
really.
mean?
No. Okay, like I don't really. To be fair, like I don't personally like really know much about Wizard because I kind of saw it and I was like, I'll give this one a pass. But I'm just interested from your perspective. Like it's okay to like Wizard, but your stance is like that is like your favorite, correct?
Yeah.
Like your favorite. I just don't know much about Wizard. So like, why? It's the one with the rings, correct?
Yes, it's the one with the rings. The main guy who is Wizard. His name is Haruto, and I think he's really cool. He has like this air about him that it's like, ooh, I don't know, I like it. Also, the
wait, are you saying you think Wizard is hot? Are you saying like you like Wizard because you think Kamen Rider is hot? Which is completely fair.
That is not what I said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He loves donuts.
It's can you explain like how does it work? Like because I really don't know anything about Wizard except for like whatever the promotional material. Is it like rings? He has different rings?
He has different rings and the different rings do different things.
And he has like different forms.
Yeah, he has different forms and they're all different colors and they're all pertaining to his different rings. You know, he has the flame, he has the water, he has the hurricane. He's a cool guy.
That's a cool one. Yeah. No, I wouldn't dunk on you for liking Wizard. It's not like you like Ghost or anything. Oh,
don't mention that here, please.
I don't really know much about Ghost. I don't know. He has like the spirit of Abraham Lincoln in him or something. Like I don't know. whatever. Like that's whatever's going on there. Like whatever.
If only
like
he had the spirit of Abraham Lincoln inside of him.
My favorite is Decade.
Decade.
I mean, I kind of feel
Decade.
like Decade. I feel a lot of people like Decade, but it's similar. Like I say, Decade's my favorite, and I feel like I get dunked on for that because I like the people like. I think people don't like the story. Like I don't know.
People love
like,
Decade. Well,
I don't know. I like Decade. I think he's cool.
I think for me, like, well, most people that I know love Decade. Okay. But then I'm sure there's a subset of people that don't like Decade. But I feel like all the people that I've known like it, but they like it because because of the meme.
What meme?
The memes. The memes.
The memes of okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Decade is just like cool. I'll be honest. Like I don't have a deep reason. It's not like the character arc in the story. I just think it's just like really badass Decade. Because I love like I remember watching like the first time I watched Decade, like he has a very like nonchalant, like kind of like too cool. He kind of throws the card in, he kind of just like he's just like and he like pushes it together, right? And the cards come out and then like it goes into his helmet, right? And the helmet has like the vertical stripes, right? Because of like it's just like really cool to me. Now I like how he can transform. Like it's just really cool. And he has like the coolest kind of foil to I don't know if it's necessarily a foil to his character, but like the end is also like super cool. Yeah. Just like the different version. Super freaking cool to me.
Do you sometimes get attached to shows because they have like maybe you saw them during a point in your life where it's like I don't know, because that I feel like that kind of influences why I like Wizard so much, because I was like going through a hard time at the time and I was watching and it was like my comfort show.
Yeah, I have that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if it's necessarily like I was in a bad time, but there's like a period where I would just play Maple Story.
Oh, and Maple Story!
Yeah, I loved Maple Story so much, you know. I played Maple Story. There's a period where I was like, yeah, I mean, not in like a bad place, but kind of just like, what's going on? I don't know. I was like a kid. I was like an
Yeah.
edgy kid. I'm like, eh. And while I played Maple Story on the television, just like that period of time, right? That specific period of time, what would be playing constantly is like the Cartoon Network show Chowder.
Oh.
And it's not that I particularly really liked Chowder, but just through association, like that period of my life, like Chowder was always on, and I'm very nostalgic, and like I like Chowder for that. It has like I always think fondly back on it, right? And it sometimes when I see a clip or I see it, it like activates like a certain like feeling in me, and I think back on those good times or like bad times, or like you know what I mean. Like I was like watching it during this like weird period of my life, right?
Yeah, core memory.
Yeah, Chowder. I love Mungdo. I love Chowder. I love Chowder memes.
Neuron activation. What for Chowder?
Yeah. You remember? So you know Chowder, right? Like Chowder.
Yeah,
like,
I know Chowder. I never watched Chowder though.
I liked like the way they did textures. Like the shirt would be like the texture doesn't move. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I Chowder's good. Chowder's good.
I like that gumball thing.
Gumball. With the cat and the fish.
Yeah, the cat and the
cat
fish.
and the fish. Ah.
I like it because it like mixed art styles a lot, and it was really weird.
Gumball. Yeah. Yeah, that show is kind of. Isn't that show that's like kind of oddly adult? Am I not? Am I being crazy here? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of adult, right? Like it's not like. It's like a kid's show, but like kind of edgy and a little bit, right?
Yeah, and then I saw like porno of the mom.
Right. Or I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, wait, hold on. It sounds like you do.
No.
Dude,
I don't even know what you're.
There's so much like X material of the mom. It's not even funny, and I'm like, why?
I don't believe you. You're gonna have to send me and prove it. You're joking. Really? I don't believe it for a bit. You're gonna have to send me like multiple references to like prove that that's true. Because I just don't believe you. You're just making stuff up right now.
I'll definitely send it to you sometime.
Okay.
She's an interesting cat woman.
Oh, so it's a cat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. So. Yeah.
She's a cat woman.
Oh, I see. So like half cat, half woman?
Yeah.
Like is the top
We're
is the top
circling
half?
right back to furry, baby. Let's go.
Right. Well, it always does, right? It always does. Come on, let's be honest here. Hold on, let's go back to this Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Enough furry
Did you ever make up like your own Kamen Rider, like in your head what it would be like?
I never made up my own Kamen Rider until recently, but I did used to make up like Super Sentai teams all the time.
Sentai. Okay.
Yeah.
Like for people who don't know, it's like Power Rangers essentially, right? Like Power Rangers, Sentai. Like I guess surely everyone that you know in your chat knows what Kamen Rider is at this point, right? Is there anyone that like doesn't know what Kamen Rider and Sentai is?
I don't think so. I think people that have been watching me, they know because I talk about it all the time. Yeah.
Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, like how would you describe it to someone who doesn't know? It's like it's superheroes, right? Like at its core, you would describe it as like superheroes, right?
Yes.
And usually it's very sort of like how the Avengers has different members of the team. Sentai and Kamen Riders is a core trait of it is like there's different ones that are very specific to that team or that series. So much so that with Sentai, they like color code it, right? There's like the red one and the yellow one, and they all have their different like gimmicks, right?
Yes.
And Sentai is more akin to like what people know as Power Rangers, right? I mean, that's what it is. It was just like the repackaging of it.
Yeah.
But me personally, I mean, there was also like Beetle Battleborgs. Does anyone even know what I'm talking about?
Ah, yes, the big bad Beetleborgs, which you know,
yes.
was like it was made out of like 2 or 3 different shows.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how many or like what the details were, but yeah, it is kind of like rehashed a little bit.
It was like, yeah, it was Beef Fighter Kabuto, and it was quite interesting how they decided to use this footage and then do that with it. Listen, I have a love-hate relationship with Saban, okay? I am a part of the camp where I believe, okay, the best seasons of Power Rangers, because I like Power Rangers too. To me, Power Rangers is a different animal than Super Sentai. Super Sentai is one thing, Power Rangers is another. So for me, I enjoy Power Rangers too. But I think, and I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me, but some of the best Power Ranger seasons occurred when they were under the banner of Disney. And I know people are like, what the fuck, Disney? Bruh. Those seasons were good. SPD, RPN. Come on.
I would not disagree. I think SPD goes hard, to be honest.
And you know what? They kind of like stuck with the source material a bit more, and then Saban got it back, and then we got Megaforce, and it was like, ugh.
I think Jungle Fury, yes. I didn't really know Ninja Storm, but like SPD and Jungle Fury I quite enjoyed those.
I love
especially SPD.
I loved SPD, like, has a special place in my heart. I remember I had like nights of insomnia, and I would like watch the fuck out of SPD.
It was the captain was a dog, right?
Yeah, he was a dog.
Oh, maybe this is where it started. Or I mean, like, the dog was super cool because when he transformed, it was like, wait, he can also transform? And then his suit had like the ears. My love for Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Oh, I thought you meant like the furry thing.
What are you talking about, Mouse? You gotta let the furry thing go.
Oh, okay.
You bring it up so much. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, what's going on?
My mistake. You just
gotta listen.
You said dog, and then you said maybe that's where it started. So I was like, oh, what?
I don't know what you're. Listen, if you're not feeling fulfilled in a certain way, like, maybe you should look. Like, I don't know. Maybe like it's not there. There's forums, there's discords, there's a lot of like avenues for it. That's just like, it's okay, right? But yeah, like SPD, the dog, like he would transform, and then his like helmet had like the ears. It was like super cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
Is Jungle Fury the one where it had three? It was just like 3 of them.
Yeah, it was three of them.
That was cool too. I like that one a lot as well.
It was 3, but then it turned into like 5, 6.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
And then Jungle Fury had like their own made-up Rangers.
Is that the one where the Silver Ranger came back? Which one was the one where it was like the old one came back? Am I crazy?
Are you talking about the one with the Titanium Ranger?
I think so. Wait, Dino Thunder is different from Jungle Fury?
I think that's Lightspeed Rescue.
I might be thinking of Dino Thunder this whole time when you were talking about Jungle Fury. I might be thinking of Dino Thunder, actually.
Is also with 3, but then we had... I keep calling him Abare Killer, but... because, it's Abba Ranger. But then it was like Tommy was the Black Ranger, and then, Tommy came back, and then there was that other guy who was like the white one. The white Dino Thunder.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Tommy came back, and he was cool.
Yeah. Exactly. See, and it comes out. That's exactly what I thought. Whatever. I don't know. So my favorite Power Ranger, or not favorite, but like I had a very formative experience. And I don't know the name of this, so maybe we can figure this out for me right now. I remember watching this Power Ranger series. I think it was a movie or special, and I believe it was animal themed, right? Like the theme of it was like animals, right? Like the helmets and stuff. And there was like the antagonistic force, I think he might have been like an anti-hero, not like the villain, was like a black one, and it was kind of like a Taurus, and he had like. Force? Am I talking about Wild Force? I don't know. And his bot had like a cape, and it was like a bull or like a right. Was it like Zodiac theme? Is that Wild Force? Is that the one you just? Is that the one you just said was like shit?
No, I don't think it was shit. Like I liked Wild Force, but I'm weary.
It's not this. I just googled it. It wasn't.
Oh, it's Lost Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy.
Wait, hold on.
Yes. Yes. It's this one.
Oh
it is
God,
this one.
the Magna Defender. Get out of here.
Yes, it was Lost Galaxy. I see it. I see the character. He has a cape. This guy was so cool. He was like a Taurus type of thing, and he had like a sword and a cape.
Magna
I love
Defender.
This. Is that what he's called? The Magni Defender. Magni Defender. Let's go. It all comes full circle, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
That's you.
Magni Defender. Yes.
I love this. And I'm like, a bull? What the fuck?
It was like a bull. Yeah. Yeah, Lost Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy was pretty sick. I don't know, like, so I thought Samurai was okay. I feel like it could have been better. Yeah, but then Saban got freaking. They made Megaforce, and it was just.
Megaforce. Is Samurai the one where the visors are like the Japanese character?
Yeah, it was the kanji visors.
I don't really remember much, but I remember watching it. I don't really remember much about that.
The Sensei counterpart Shinkenger is like one of the most beloved seasons ever. Everyone loves Shinkenger. Everybody.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, the Sentai side, I wasn't as entrenched as like Kamen Rider, but I do have very fond memories of it. I Time Force.
Time Force.
Because it was like the Red Ranger, right? And like the helmet with like the arrow, and then there was like the evil version, and his theme was like kind of, there was some black and red, and his visor was like slightly different. Like that was like super cool to me. I like love that.
Oh my God, Time Ranger, yeah.
Is it Time Force, Time Ranger?
It's Time Force for Power Rangers, and then it's Time Ranger for Super Sentai. Yeah.
I see. He was like the same, but his like visor was like kind of jagged. He had like the jagged, and it was like black and red. That guy was like Quantum Ranger. Is that Quantum? Yeah, he's super cool. I also really liked.
Go on.
Wait, was it? I sorry, I was just like scrolling on Google. Was there one where they're like moms?
Moms.
They're like moms. Chat, help me out here. It was like Sentai, and they're moms.
Wait, wasn't that like a parody show?
I hope I did not just reference like a parody of something. It was no, it's legit. It was legit, right? Okay, I'm not okay. Thank God. No. That's like it's official. No. It was real. No. It wasn't. I did not. No. No. It's real. It's real. It's like official. I'm unsure now. Wait, that was official, right? That is not a parody.
Do you know how many freaking,
Hero Mama League, see? Come on.
Adult Sentai there is?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Mama Hero League. It was an official special, guys.
Oh, wait. I've never seen this one. Oh, it had Hurricane Blue, Deca Yellow, and Maggie Pink. What? Really? I've never seen this.
They're moms.
Damn, how did you know about this and I didn't know? What the fuck?
If it's got MILFs, I know about it.
Oh, you're a MILF enjoyer.
I don't know if I'm an enjoyer. Because, like, do you enjoy water? You need water. Are you an enjoyer of water? You need water to live. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I'm not saying I wouldn't really say I'm an enjoyer. You know, it's just like part of like of like my, it's just in the rotation. It's just like it is what it is. But yeah.
Guys, Magni needs MILFs to live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I don't know.
I can see why you enjoyed this particular episode.
My favorite's the blue one.
Ah, yes, Hurricane Blue.
Hurricane Blue.
Did you like Hurricaneger?
I didn't really watch it, to be honest.
Honestly, Base, because she's my favorite too.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
All right, there you go.
I like her a lot. They're actually having a anniversary episode coming out, an anniversary movie.
Wow, you know Power Ranger Sentai really well.
I'm obsessed, but not that obsessed to not know about this. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about the MILF thing.
There's a lot. Well, that's what I was saying. Like it's hard
so
to keep up. Like
true.
if you're a Kamen Rider fan, it's already hard to keep up, I think. Or like
true.
Sentai. So the fact that you have your finger on the pulse of both is like crazy to me.
It's really hard, especially like since there's so many things. Like I'm also like a Garo fan, like heavy Garo fan. So it's like that's another thing that I keep up with all the time.
See, this is why we vibe. I base my entire personality around the media I consume. You seem like a media person to me. You
yes.
consume.
I consume a lot of stuff.
Yeah, same.
That's why a lot of people are like, man, Mouse, how? Because I've watched like a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I consume a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if I like something, if I like it enough, I will make it my whole life for like 8 months.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. There was a period where all I watched on YouTube was barbershop acapella videos.
Shit, what?
And there's a period where I was like, that I lived and breathed barbershop acapella, and I went online and I tried to like find people that would want to like start one with me. That never panned out, of course, but like, and then after the period, I just like dropped it completely and moved on.
It happens.
Yeah.
Some you never drop and they still stay with you, but there's others where it's just like, that's it.
Yeah. For me, that's like Sonic. I just like love Sonic. Like I played Sonic and I like read the Sonic comic, and it's just like early, and I was just like, as like a little mag, I was like, oh, I really like this. And it just like forever since then, I've just always been into it and always been excited for like Sonic stuff. And
I made a Sonic OC. I was wondering if maybe you could rate
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love to.
Hold on, let me get a screenshot for you.
You about to troll me?
No, I'm not. I am not gonna troll you. I promise you. I did a video with a friend of mine. His name is Rubber Ross, and we had to draw various things. And
I invited a group.
One of the things that we had to draw was a Sonic OC.
I'd love to see this.
And I was like, man, how would I look if I was in Sonic?
It's back to the Persona question. Is your Sonic OC a mouse?
No.
Okay, interesting.
She's not a mouse.
Interesting.
I don't know what she is, to be honest.
Okay, that's even more interesting to hear.
I'm gonna show you a picture of what she looks like. And
okay.
I just want to know. I want to know what you think about it. Okay.
Okay.
So I drew this with my own 2 hands. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord, and I want you to tell me what you think about this.
Sure.
What do you think about this?
Immediate reaction, positive. Positive. That was my immediate, like, deep down in my primal, like the monkey lizard brain, right? Like deep down, instantly, within half a millisecond, like the photons hit my eye and it went to my brain, and I would describe it as like a positive feeling. Okay. So now that like very first impression is done, like instantly, I will break it down more in depth. But like that was like the first reaction I had. It was like I liked it. Okay. So let me take a look here. So I would describe this as maybe seems bovine to me. Is that a misinterpret? It seems like perhaps like some sort of bovine. And if I had to peg down the animal, would you agree with that? Or was that your intention?
Honest, it wasn't my intention. Cause, all right, I'm gonna be real with you. I really like Knuckles.
Knuckles enjoyer. I see.
I love Knuckles. I think Knuckles is adorable. I've always loved Knuckles.
I see. Are you wearing knuckle gloves? Is that what that is right there? You're wearing the knuckle gloves. Yes. I like it. I like it. I see. Okay, so you're wearing the knuckle gloves.
I love redheads.
Okay. I see. You know the way. I understand. So are you saying that your character is supposed to be an echidna like Knuckles?
Yeah, I was like vibing and I was like doing the echidna vibe thing, but then I was like, I don't know what she is.
Okay, we'll go with the echidna. I like it. I like the echidna because you know what? Most Sonic OCs are it's quite obvious, right? Like, what do you think most Sonic OCs are? They're hedgehogs.
True.
Right? So I like the echidna. I see.
I like the Batgirl too.
You're talking about Rouge the Bat.
Yes, she's sexy.
No comment on that. This is good. This is a solid Sonic OC. Solid.
Really?
Solid. Absolutely rock solid. Like this is like honest to goodness Sonic OC. You injected enough of your own mouse-esque traits, but still referencing the Sonic universe, like with the knuckle gloves, right?
Wow.
Because that tells me that this is a Sonic character, right? Because some people, they're like, this is my Sonic OC. It's like, this is just a character and you're calling it a Sonic OC, right? It has to be Sonic-esque.
True.
Right? I like it. And I like that it retains some of your core traits, like your heart ahoge, and, you know, got the horns. And I like it.
The tip
I
of her
really
nose
enjoy it.
is a heart.
Is that? I see. That's incredibly cute. In fact, I see. I like it even more that you've pointed that out to me.
Wow.
Does your Sonic OC have a name? Or is it like Ironmouse? I see. Can I take a crack at naming?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Okay. For some reason, the name that instantly jumped to me, and I'm not. This is not a bit. This is just like, what did I think? I looked at this and just like, what do I think it would be called? For some reason, I think it's Cloud. Like it's just like Cloudy, like Cloudy the Echidna.
Cloudy!
I don't know why. Like I don't know why. That's just like what came to me.
I feel it.
So,
I feel it. I feel the name.
Yeah. Cloudy.
Wow.
Cloudy the Echidna.
Cloudy the Echidna.
Like a cloud, not like clout. She's not trying to flex on you. Like a cloud in the sky, not cloudy. Like a cloud. Like a in the sky. Yeah.
She shall be named Cloudy.
I hope you don't mind that I took a part in naming. I know that
honored.
like seriously speaking, I'm not even joking. Like some people like OC, it's like serious business, you know? I know when I made my OC, it's not like most people treat it as a joke, but like, you know, I hope that's okay that I named your OC for you.
I'm honored that you named my OC.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear.
Wow, I got an official name by the official Sonic mega fan.
Official fan, like just a complete contradictory, like the biggest official fan. Yeah.
Yes, the greatest official fan ever in the life.
Ever in the life.
Yes. Ever in the
Sure
life.
thing.
The biggest official fan that you've ever seen ever in the life.
I do quite enjoy Sonic. I love Sonic. Do you play the new Sonic game?
I haven't
or
played.
Plan to?
Oh my god, people are like, Mouse, when are you gonna play it? And listen. I feel like everybody's playing it now, and I'm like, do y'all really want to see me play that game?
It's quite good. It's actually I think it's way better than like we were all expecting. Like
Did
it's
you play
actually like
the day
I
that
played
came
it. I
out?
played it. Yeah, I played it for about like 5 hours, and it's like it's really good. I quite enjoy it. I actually don't even understand like, cause I saw like negative stuff already, like articles and stuff, and like I played it, and I really don't understand that. Like it's really enjoyable. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah. If you're interested, you know, if you're interested, give it a shot.
I
Did you
might
ever
give
play
it a shot.
Sonic?
I did actually. Okay, my favorite Sonic game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh at me. My favorite
Never.
Sonic game of all time, and I've played this game. I recall playing this game so much that like I've had dreams about this damn game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Sonic Spinball.
Uh,
Why did you say tail? What's the tail?
just wasn't expecting that.
Why? What's wrong with
Because
Sonic Spinball?
Nothing. So like you say this like my favorite Sonic game, right? And then like that's okay, right? And it's okay to have Sonic Spinball as like your favorite Sonic game, but you said that you like dream about this game.
I had a dream about it.
Interesting.
I had so much fun playing the game, and the sounds were so satisfying in my ears.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
What?
I've never heard someone say that their favorite Sonic game is Sonic Spinball. Most people don't even know what that game is.
I'm an enigma, baby.
That's preach, brother. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, okay. My favorite Sonic game is called Sonic Battle. You ever heard of that?
Me, aren't you?
No, come on. I'm a Sonic fan. We've been through the trenches together. We get a veterans discount at like the hardware store. Like we've been through it. Like Sonic fans we don't judge people for like their taste in Sonic, right? That's just contradictory. How are you going to be a Sonic fan and dunk on someone for liking something Sonic related? That's just like part of it's like the fabric of our being. You know, we never, ever, you know, take care of our own.
What's your opinion on when will you learn?
Mouse, I don't know what you're. I legitimately don't know what you're talking about or referencing right there.
You don't know? You don't know about
my fake fan?
Will you learn?
No.
Oh my god.
Is this a fan thing? Is this a meme? What is he talking about?
I'm talking about Sammy Classic Sonic Fan.
When will you learn? What are you talking? First of all, is this a meme? Is this like fan made content you're referencing? What are you talking about?
Well, it was like a
because I
I
only consume canonical Sonic lore published and developed by Sega. I only play games. I don't partake in any fan-made anything that would go against the creative direction of Sega. So that's why I might not know what you're referencing. So I can only advocate for the purchase and enjoyment and playing of games and or media that is produced by Sega intended.
I'm sorry, I marred your precious ears with what I said.
No. It's not that you marred. I just don't know. what you're talking about. You know. But my favorite Sonic game is Sonic Battle. It was for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
you know, not to get it mixed up. Yeah, you fought each other. It was like a fighting game, actually. Interestingly enough. Yeah, that's my favorite Sonic game. I just played through. Yeah, isn't that cool? It was like a Sonic game, but it was a fighting game, and you had like skills, like fighting skills, and it was like an arena, and you fought each other.
Was it only like Sonic characters?
Yeah. There's a bunch of Sonic characters, and you can play and fight Sonic characters. Yeah,
I see.
It's cool. But yeah. I played it for 5 hours, and I'm looking forward to playing more. But I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't know. It's been tough, guys. Sonic Chads, you out there? We're finally eating good. It's been rough.
Did
it's
you
been
like
rough
the
for
movie?
us. Yeah. I love both of them, actually. I'm really looking forward to the next one because Shadow the Hedgehog is like one of my favorite characters.
Oh, you love Shadow.
Oh yeah, who doesn't? He's so cool.
You're an emo boy.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like Shadow is like every emo's like obsession.
Yeah, because he's cool, right? Because it's like Sonic, for like that game, Sonic Adventure 2 with Shadow.
He barked for Shadow?
Classic viewer spreading misinformation on the internet.
You barked for Shadow?
No, of course not. What does that even mean?
What? Why is everybody saying you barked?
I don't know. I'm no tree. I don't even understand what that means. That makes like no sense to me.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I've just played Shadow the Hedgehog recently. Do you know about that game, Shadow? You know that they gave him like a gun and you can like shoot people with Shadow. Super cool.
What? They gave him a gun?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Get the clip. Wait, there's a clip of you barking?
Yeah, there's a. Oh please. I stream on YouTube. Good luck with that. There's no clips for you to find. There's not a clip collection. You can't navigate to the clip tab. Good luck with that. No. I don't even know what you're talking about, first of all. But you know what you sounded like right there? You sounded like that one meme video of like, it's like I don't know if it's like it's like an intervention type of show, and then he's like, I know somewhere deep down inside I still love you, Dad, and he goes,
That's it. I'm searching for the fucking barking clip.
No. Come on. You don't gotta. That's like so many videos you gotta look through to even find something that doesn't exist. So.
I want to fucking bet. Somebody send me the clip, please. I'm too lazy to look for myself.
Anywho, I think Sonic's cool. Yeah, and I like the movies. I thought they're good. I think that Ben Schwartz is a good pick for the voice of Sonic. I think that was good. I like that they brought the voice actor back for Tails. Idris Elba as Knuckles works. I don't know. The one thing is like, what do you think? Now I'm just speaking generally, but Sonic movies is like an example of this. Like they take an IP and they make a movie or a show, right? And they have to inject like a human character.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's true.
Transformers, right? There's like Transformers, and there's like, right? Like, what do you think about? Do you have any thoughts about that? Like,
that character is supposed to represent you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
like,
it's true. You can self-insert yourself in the role.
Mouse, let me tell you, no problem self-inserting myself without the actor there. I've been doing it since like the 90s, like no problem at all. And I can tell you, so I have a bunch of other people. So Hollywood, you listening to me? The viewers, they will have no problem doing that. So you don't need to do that. I don't know, But in general, like Transformers movies, they had like Shia LaBeouf. Like they need like a human character. I've never understood that because I think that's why the IP has been so popular up to that point, right? It's because it's just successful as it is. Like it's proven itself already. I don't know. Like, does it sell more tickets? You think? Like to have like those actors in it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like to a certain extent it does because it brings in new fans that are like, oh, well, I guess this big movie star is going to be in this cool movie. What's it called? Transformers? And then they're like, wow.
I tell you what, I love me that Shia LaBeouf. Gotta watch me some Transformers. I think, yeah. Well, because, like, this is, like, getting super specific if you haven't watched the Transformers movie, but, like, in Bumblebee, the Transformers live action, there's a scene, a segment in the beginning where it takes place on their home planet Cybertron, and the robots are fighting each other. It's like all CGI, and that like short segment is the best thing to come out of the live action like Transformers. It's the best clip. It's the best part, like singular, like bit. And it has no humans. It's just like they did it like they just made it cool, right? And so I don't know. I'm not like necessarily against it, but I just don't think that they need to do it. And I think it's weird whenever they try to.
Why'd they make the robots pee?
Why did they make the robots what?
Why did they make the robots pee?
Because I mean, like, What else are they gonna do?
I mean, they didn't have to make them pee. Like, why did that other robot have balls?
What? How else are they gonna? Like when they kill the other Transformer, they need to teabag him, right? To assert like, and Cybertron, they like, you know, it's like bam, and he like blows up the other Transformer, right? And it's like Soundwave, and he's like, Autobots eliminated, and then he goes over to him, and like, what is he gonna do? Like walk away? No, he needs to like teabag him, and like, how is he gonna do that with like a pair of robotic balls? And then, or to like, he just like piss on him, right? Like to like show his disrespect. You know, it's like initiating disrespect, like, and then he pisses on him, right?
Oh my god, I can't.
Because without it, right? It's because they want to humanize the robots, right?
True.
And like, because without it, why would he do that, right? Because it's like, but you don't even have balls. Why would you do that? You're a robot. My immersion, it makes no sense. So if you give it to him, then it makes sense, right? So that's my spin on it, anyways.
True. I won't say that I'm a huge Transformers fan, but I did like one Transformer, and her name was RC. And I just want to say, I don't like what the fuck they did to RC in that fucking movie. Why the fuck they have to make her into a fucking motorcycle?
I'll tell you. Wait.
Enhance.
See what you mean. This is significantly less sexy than the RC that I've known from the.
I'm telling you. She was great. She was sexy on her own. They didn't need to turn her into some weird robo motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be funny if, like, I mean, in a way, kind of double standardy, of course, but like, what if every Transformer was like, looked like how they look like in the Michael Bay movies, right? Complete, like, over designed, super complicated, and then RC is just like got a thick dumpy, and it's just like hot. Wouldn't that would have been funny, you know?
Yeah,
it's just like they like didn't change her, or like, in fact, maybe they did, and just she's just like got curves, and it's just straight up like a sex bot, right? And then the other Transformers, like, they're like monstrous, right? Like Megatron, like you can't even tell what you're looking at, right? Like it's so complicated, but, right? That I can't even see what's going on. Like where's the eyes? Like I can't even tell. But like RC is just like pink and thick, and like I would have preferred that version, you know. Right, because it's like Optimus Prime. They made him like a truck with like the flames, and he's like transforming. He's like Autobots, you know, like transform and roll out, and then like they all transform, and then like you see RC, and she transforms, and it's just like that, right? So
yeah,
that would have been funny. That would have been funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Sexy RC. Let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
What do you think about Sonic having a girlfriend that was a human?
You referring to Sonic 06, or what are you talking about?
I'm referring to that one time when Sonic kissed a girl.
You're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What am I supposed to think about that? I just want
to know what you think. Like, do you think Sonic should be allowed to be with a human woman?
Mouse, I think Sonic is free to love whoever he wants to love.
You don't find it kind of weird?
It's not my place. Not my place, Mouse. I don't care if it was a hedgehog, a fox, or a human. I think Sonic the Hedgehog is allowed to kiss whoever he wants to kiss, as long as it's, you know, consensual and all that, of course. Like, that's a given.
I mean,
but if he wants to kiss a human, like, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. In fact,
they did that for,
good.
Like, self-inserting.
We're back to on the subject, right? Yeah. So you're telling me, so there's like a bunch of like businessmen in like a meeting room, right? Yeah. And they're like, we have this character, Sonic. Perhaps we can create this human character. And then they like, as a whole, was like, they like, someone had to like pitch it, right? Like there's like a development cycle. And like, there was like this businessman that was like, perhaps there are some ladies out there that would like to kiss Sonic. Perhaps we can have him kiss this character so that they may self-insert themselves. And then the other businessmen were like, do it. Great idea.
I dare you.
And I don't think it's beyond the shadow, like beyond. It's like possible, maybe. But did I see that scene and think like close my eyes and like yeah, like I can imagine myself? No, right? So maybe if they did like a POV shot. I don't know. So probably not, all things considered.
Are you saying you want a POV shot?
I don't know, like what's more immersive than a POV shot, right?
That's true.
So probably not. Probably not.
I see.
Yeah.
Did you ever consume the cartoons?
Like Sonic X or like Sonic Underground?
Sonic X and Sonic Underground. Which one is better?
I didn't really watch much of Sonic Underground. I was like too young. I remember like seeing it, but my brain was more formed when Sonic X was airing, and I can remember it more coherently. So I would have to say that I'm like more of a Sonic X fan.
Sonic X.
Perfect example. Exactly what we're talking about. They like created human characters. You remember? There was like, was his name Chris? And there was like the dude that like drove the race car. Yeah, I remember that. That's human characters in Sonic X.
Yeah, there was human characters in Sonic X.
Yeah, he looked like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. You remember?
That's right, he did look like Sora.
Yeah, he did. He looked exactly like Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
And he was annoying.
Well, again, like, just why not just like have it take place like in Sonic Land? Morbius. Or no, not Morbius. Mobius? What was the planet called? No. It's Mobius. Like a Mobius strip, right?
Yeah, Mobius.
Mobius, was it? I'm not sure if that's canonical and based on Sega. I'm not sure. But why, why can't it just take place in Sonic Land with Sonic characters? I don't know, right? Just, that's just my opinion.
You gotta insert those damn humans in there.
Right. So that the viewer can self-insert themselves to kiss Sonic or something.
It's true. So. It's the reason why they exist. It's like with the Twilight movies, when they have the main character. Her name is Bella, and she's the most boring girl you'll ever see.
Interesting.
With no characteristics. Vampire.
I remember reading the book.
Wait, what? You read the book?
The first one? I don't know how many there are, but I remember like reading it. And I was like, it wasn't like my thing. I don't think that I was like the demographic for Twilight is essentially what I think.
Why did you read it?
I like books, I read and people say it's a good book and I read it, what can I say?
I see.
I was more of a Vampirates guy myself. There's this book series called Vampirates, and they're vampire pirates.
What the?
Yes. Oh, what? My favorite book series growing up was called Warriors. Do you know what Warriors is, Mouse?
What's Warriors?
Warriors was a book about cats.
Oh, okay. Warrior cats?
Warrior cats.
Snuffy talks about them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, she's a big furry.
Well, okay, I'm not saying, maybe we won't, I don't know. Maybe we don't have anything in common, particularly. But Warrior Cats, I love Warrior Cats. I would make my mag parents take me to the bookstore. And when you're a kid, you don't have the internet, right? I read every single Warrior Cats books. I was invested. I had like I thought about which clan I would want to be in. I cried when, spoiler alert, when Blue Star dies. I cried so much. I read the spin-offs too. Like there was the next generation of Warrior Cats. I thought about, I lived and breathed Warrior Cats. Aaron Hunter, you were my Stephen King, okay? You were my J.K. Rowling. Like Aaron Hunter, like that was my idol. Like I loved Warrior Cats so much, and yeah, I drew it, because it was a book. There's like letters. I drew the Warrior Cats how I imagined them in my head. I had like a Warrior Cats OC. Oh my gosh, Warrior Cats. Did you have any books like that? Were you like a big Harry Potter kid, or like Aragon, or like Percy Jackson Anything like that?
Oh God, Percy Jackson. You know, I never read the books, but I watched the movies, and
Ooh.
I know that was a mistake. But then I watched the musical.
Wait, there's a musical?
There is a Percy Jackson musical.
Oh wow. I need to look that up. Wait, is it good? Or I'm not like the biggest Percy Jackson fan, but I remember like reading those, like thinking funny. Artemis Fowl. Wait, guys, I was just trying to tell Vesper about, is Artemis Fowl, didn't they adapt that into a series or movie? Is that the one where there's like a character that unhinges his jaw like a snake and eats dirt? Is that what that movie is?
I've never seen
Is that what Artemis Fowl is? Yes, right? Is Artemis Fowl the movie with the cyborg? He like became a cyborg and he's like invincible. Is that what that movie is? What is that character? What is that cyborg's name?
Wait, cyborg? I never watched that movie.
No or yes? Oh. No? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of the movie with like the moving fortresses. I'm sorry. I just talk in references of like what movies I watch and media I consume.
Don't ever apologize. I do that too. I just sent you the whole fucking. I just sent you the fucking complete soundtrack to the fucking Percy Jackson music.
Oh my gosh!
It's called The Lightning Thief.
The Lightning Thief original cast, just like the. I gotta watch this. Well, because I need to like watch it, right? That's like the musical experience.
Yes,
it's like true. The visuals along with the music. Yeah, I watched like a full documentary about like the Spider-Man musical.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that.
Like how it was like an arduous task, you know, like and there was like a lot of drama about like the Spider-Man. I don't know if it's like a documentary or if it's like a YouTube video, but I watched something.
I'm pretty sure I know which one because I've seen just about every single video on YouTube about that musical. Because it's just fascinating to hear what a disaster that musical was. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was like a disaster. Yeah, that's kind of like
it was so bad, and I think like people got really hurt like because of it. Too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And they changed parts of the story, which I don't know because so they like changed the story where it was like he was blessed by some like spider goddess named Arachne.
Arachne. Yeah.
And I'm like, but then somebody was like, "Oh, that happened in one of the comics," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, no, that's a character. Like that is a character that's she's shown up in various like depictions of like Spider-Man
he didn't get bit at all. It was more like he got like
what?
The way that they did it, I don't know if the way that they did it was that she came to him in like a hallucination or a dream, and she bestowed the powers of Spider-Man.
Chosen one.
Yeah.
Chosen one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man was my favorite superhero growing up as a kid. Really? I love Spider-Man. Thought he was so cool.
I like Spider-Man too. See, the thing is, he's not a superhero, and I feel like after like the movies came out, everybody's like, I love Deadpool, but I've loved Deadpool like for a long time. I collected a bunch of Deadpool stuff, and I just thought his character was crazy and funny. And I also liked Spider-Man as well.
That confused the crap out of me as a kid.
Really?
Like, as a kid, you don't understand. You're just consuming media. I was like, why does Deadpool look like Spider-Man is what I thought. I was always so I was really confused. Like, I was like, is that Spider-Man? Like, I was really not understanding like that they were two different characters.
Yeah, they were.
And also, it didn't help that they would like appear together sometimes.
And it also didn't help that they were trying to make out with each other all the time.
Oh, didn't help, helped. I don't know. That's a different discussion. But
it helped a lot.
Yeah, I really like Spider, like, because I like to draw, and I think like Todd McFarlane and like a lot of the different Spider-Man like artists, like Ultimate Spider-Man too. Like it was like very formative for like my art style, like comic book style and stuff. Spider-Man in particular. Yeah.
Ooh, do you ever heard of a anti-hero named Spawn.
Oh, Spawn. Yeah. And I watched the movie as well.
Where is
I
my
love Spawn.
Oh my god!
I love Spawn. Yeah, Spawn's super cool. Like his cape and yeah,
Dude,
Spawn
his
was super
fucking
cool.
Cape.
Yeah.
You know that. Okay, so I've been dying for a reboot for so long. They said that they're working on one.
Wasn't Jamie Foxx supposed?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is that gonna be? I'm just listen. I know that the original movie, like the CGI doesn't hold up. But I think I don't think it was bad.
I liked it. It was super cool. Yeah. Oh, the clown guy, the Vindemizer. What was it? The clown. Who's the clown? The victim. Like what was he? He had a name. The Violator. Yeah.
He was played by John Leguizamo.
Dude, the clown is so good. Like when he's like eating a pizza right out of the trash can, and then there's like maggots in it, right?
Oh, God.
And he looks at the pizza with the maggots, and he goes, ugh. Olives, and he picks out the olive and he eats the pizza with the maggots. That's like so funny to me. He's like, ugh, I hate olives.
To this day, I always say DED, dead.
Yeah.
To this day, I say it on stream all the time, and I'm like, one day someone's gonna know what I'm saying.
You're dead. DED. Dead. Yeah. I love that movie.
Me too. I love it so much. Holy fuck. Finally, someone who likes it too.
Yeah, Spawn's super cool.
Spawn is an amazing character. I love Spawn, bro.
Did that like fall through like a Spawn reboot, or like it's just like up in the air? It was up in the
air, but apparently like who was it? Blumhouse? They like tweeted that like they're like working on like a script and stuff.
Oh,
so it's in the works now.
I'd love to see that. I love Spawn.
It's been in development hell for a while, but I can see the light. I think maybe it might be coming.
I can see the light.
Dude, we need it so bad. I've been waiting so long.
Yeah, I mean, the risk with this stuff is always like, what if it was bad, right? Yeah. There's like so many things where I'm like, I wish they would bring this back, or I wish they would do a sequel, or I wish they would reboot it. But then like sometimes they do it and then it's like bad. And it's like, ugh. Because also when they do it and it's bad, you don't get another shot. And if you do, it's going to be like way down the line then, you know?
It's true.
You
know what reboot surprised me?
Which one?
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
That reboot was actually... I actually enjoyed it.
It was a movie?
Yeah.
How did they reboot it? It was a movie.
They rebooted it to Dredd. I think that's what the movie.
That's right.
Yeah. And it was actually good. I was worried, but it was good. And now they're gonna reboot Demolition Man, I heard.
I'm not familiar with Demolition Man, but this is the guy in the... Dredd is the boys guy, right? It's the guy in the boys.
Yeah.
It's that guy, like the human character. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Carl Urban.
Is that the actor, Carl Urban? Yeah. I'm sorry that this has just evolved into talking about our favorite movies and shows.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have full blown conversations of this with the Tempest boys, and just like Alternate Axel is just like, I've never seen that. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, do they not watch as much movies as us?
No. Luckily, I have Vesper. Vesper's watched like I can quote Lord of the Rings or whatever stupid movie that I'm quoting. Dark Knight, mostly Dark Knight quotes. But
I love the Dark Knight.
Yeah, did you watch the Batman, like the Robert Pattinson Batman?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Was it good?
I thought it was great. I liked it a lot.
I kind of want to see it. I was worried, but I want to see it because everybody likes it.
No, it's good. It's good. It's like I would describe it as like I was really surprised how much Batman was in it. And it's a good thing, right? Like there was just so much Batman and it was like so cool. There's just like a lot of Batman on screen. Very cool.
Pattinson.
Oh, excuse me.
Robert Pattinson.
Okay, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. He did a good job. He did a good job.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor. I think. I think he's an interesting fellow.
Did you watch that movie he was in where it's like black and white and he's with Willem Dafoe on like a lighthouse? I think it's called The Lighthouse.
I still haven't seen that fucking movie, and I want to.
Yeah, me either.
So
to be honest, yeah, I haven't. But it was like it's like supposed to be like really good or something, right? Like.
Yeah, everybody that I've spoken to, they say that it's really good. I did see that one movie where he was like some sort of like a con artist type guy, and he like had robbed the place or something, and he was trying to like get away with like I forgot the name of the movie, but it was so good. Good Time.
Good Time. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, he like had robbed the place, and like he was. It was, man, that movie gave me like an anxiety attack. It was so good.
Huh. Good Time. Is he like a scuzzy guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I know exactly what this movie is. Yeah, I know what this is. Yeah, he's like a, yeah.
I see, you like consuming movies a lot. I consume a lot of movies as well.
I consume movies. I watch clips. When I'm working on something, I have like a movie on.
Do you like horror movies?
It depends, you know, like I love Hereditary, you know, and when I watched Hereditary, I was like so shook, and I'm like watching analysis videos, and I'm like, you know, I like when it's like more adjacent to like lore and like being creepy and it makes you think and wonder. Like I'm not really into like being jump scared or something that's scary for the sake of like scaring you. I like things that are like very creepy and it makes you kind of think, you know, kind of like yeah, like Hereditary, basically, as opposed to, I don't know, like, I don't know what would be the opposite of that, like, just like something jump scary, you know. I'm sorry. Chucky, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I love Chucky.
Chucky.
But see, the thing with Chucky, okay, so to me, Chucky's not like to me, the epitome of like jump scare horror is like Paranormal Activity and shit.
Right, yeah.
It relies on jump scares. But to me, like Child's Play and Chucky and all that stuff, it's different than the normal jump scares because it's like a horror comedy. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
I love it because it's just the thing is what makes Chucky so great is like you have to sit here and come to terms with the fact that a grown man is being murdered by a small doll that is the size of a toddler.
Chucky fucking terrified me as a kid. I was so scared of Chucky. I was so freaking scared of Chucky. It scared me so much. And at the mall, there was like a Chucky like doll.
Oh,
you know, it's like a glass. You know, like the mall stores have a glass window. And there's like a Chucky doll.
Yep.
My mother would make us walk by that store every time we went to that mall. And I was a kid, so I don't quite remember. But as an adult, thinking back, I think it like was funny to her how scared I was of this Chucky doll.
Oh my god, your mom
yeah.
getting a kick out of you being scared.
Yeah, Chucky was so scary to me. I mean, Hereditary. There's this one like Korean horror film.
Oh, gosh. Which one?
Is it called like The Afflicted, The Cursed? A lot of these like Asian horror films are really good. The Wailing. How did you know? Just based on that. It's The Wailing. Yeah. The Wailing is like one of my favorite horror movies as well. The Wailing is super good. If you want a horror movie to watch, The Wailing.
I'll put it on my
Parasite.
list.
Yeah, Parasite is not a horror movie. I mean, it's horror in
I feel like
it's like
domestic horror.
Yeah, like conceptually, it's horrific, right? Like that kind of thing, but it's not like horror. I will say it's pretty scary when like the guy is like he was pretty scary in that the guy that was like in the basement, and he's got his eyes wide. That was a little scary.
Oh
But
yeah.
there's like this one scene where he's like standing there and he's like eyes are like wide. Yeah, yeah. But
that was terrifying.
yeah, like I'm so scared. Like I get scared easily, and I'm like scared to like walk in the dark, and like especially like I'm like washing my face in the bathroom, and I'm scared to look up into the mirror.
Me too.
Like that scares me so much. But I can't help myself, and I love watching it and like watching videos explaining scary stuff, like lore videos. I'm really into like Dark Souls. Like I like creepy things. I just like creepy things.
Oh, yeah. Did you like I've never even played the damn game, but I watched the whole lore video on Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And I want to play that damn game so bad because the lore video was so scary to me. And like the whole atmosphere of the game, I'm like, damn, this game is awesome. And I've never even touched it.
Yeah, same. Never played Bloodborne, like a second of Bloodborne, but I've watched so many little lore videos about Bloodborne. Also, not only have I not played it, not only have I watched hours of every single Bloodborne lore video, I also have no idea what Bloodborne is about.
I only know the only reason why I watched it was because I started playing Elden Ring, and I played Dark Souls before, but it was so I stopped playing because I got really frustrated. But Elden Ring was surprisingly very entertaining, and I felt like it was way easier to get into, especially if you were shit at games like me. And then I was watching a lore video for Elden Ring, and then I got recommended the Bloodborne lore video, and I'm like, oh, let me see what this is about. And holy shit, the whole story about the game, like the atmosphere, like the characters and all that shit, that shit's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
really cool. I just whenever I encounter this kind of way of presenting lore, I call it like Dark Souls-esque. It's like they don't tell you anything, right? They don't tell you anything, and it's like frustrating, right? Because it's like, I mean, I love Dark Souls, but it's kind of like, is this like deep and artsy, or are they just like not saying it? It's like on purpose. Is it on purpose? It's like it seems like it's on purpose, but like the thing that's like very haunting about Dark Souls and like Bloodborne is like when there's a bit of lore, and even Elden Ring, is when they don't present it to you. Like they don't make a big deal, and you have to parse it out. An example is like in Elden Ring. I didn't really play much of it, but there's this part where in the south, you come across like this woman, right? This like girl, and she's like, please, my father is in the castle.
Oh God, I remember that part.
Father's in the castle, like save my father. And you go up in the castle, you fight all the harpies or whatever they are, right? And you fight the boss, and you talk to the father, and like you go back to the girl where she's at, and she's just like dead.
She's dead.
And you see like blood on the floor and like scrapes. And like, if you never went back to that girl, you would never even know.
That's true.
You would never even know. And it's just like no closure. You never talk to her. There was no cutscene of her dying. You just come back and you just like, oh, something came over and like killed her. And she's just like dead. Like that's so like haunting, right? I love that. It's something similar in Bloodborne. You talk to a voice in a house. And it's like some girl, I forget exactly the details, but it's like, my family, my sister, like, can you direct me? And you can like send her over there somehow, and she goes into like the sewers, right? And then like there's like a giant rat there, and it's like implied that like she got eaten or something. Like, and it's like never told to you directly, and it's just like something so creepy and so like engaging and like grasping about that to me. I love stuff like that. Is it a pig? That's even more brutal. That's even more scary. Yeah. Gascon's daughter. Oh no. Yeah. I like lore.
I can tell. I like lore too.
Yeah. I think oh man, I'm like, my brain is like, I'm like having a fight or flight response. Like I just love stories so much. And you just made me go through like all the most pivotal things and like the development in my brain. I'm like that dude right now in Ratatouille.
Oh, the Ratatouille
that like
guy.
I'm like using a reference to a movie to explain my love of references to a movie. Like, think about that right now. Yeah, I'm like the critic in Ratatouille when he eats the ratatouille and he's like, and then like zooms in and he has like a memory of it when he's like a kid and the mom makes him ratatouille. I'm like that guy. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're the I can't play the song because then I'll get DMCA'd. I'll get Dimka.
Dimka. Yeah. Are we supposed? Am I supposed to answer? How long are we go? Am I supposed to answer questions or
funny you should ask. I was gonna ask you. Would you like to answer some questions that people submitted for you?
I'd love to.
Yeehaw! That's what I'm talking
about. I'd
Yeehaw!
love to answer some questions.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Whoa! Is it right off the bat?
It's Kamen Rider.
Right off the. If you had an option for a free CSM complete selection modification driver out of all the ones released, which one would you pick and why? This is such a.
Of all the ones released, can I like?
Go ahead. You can Google it.
Yeah, can I get like a?
This is above his pay grade.
Like a. Is there like a full list somewhere? Let's see. Well, you know, because like I guess the like Kamen Rider Decade is my favorite rider, but would I necessarily want that one? It's like no.
No.
No, the answer is no. I actually would. I think that like ooze. I don't know how you even say it. Kamen Rider like triple O, right?
Yeah.
That one is my favorite one. With
That's your favorite one?
Let me see if I can find. What is it called? Oz?
What is it?
It's the one with the tokens, you know?
Yeah.
And he like puts the coins in. Like that one's my favorite one.
Yeah, I get. I could feel the feeling for that one. I'm gonna be real, and this might sound kind of weird. So as much as I love Wizard, I love the ring thing. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I'm torn between Wizard's driver, but I love Gaim's driver. I love Gaim.
Yeah,
so much.
The fruit one where it's like a lock and it like
yes,
with the little sword. That one's
sword.
super cool.
I don't know what it is about that. I just absolutely adore that.
It's cool.
Driver. I love it.
Maybe Kiva's because I could get bit a little bit, like ooh, a little pain.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's a good one. Yeah. There's so many cool ones. I think. Do you know I think it was a joke Kamen Rider, but remember the one that his thing was like a wine bottle? Am I crazy? Am I making that up?
No.
There was one that it was like a wine bottle. I always thought that was super cool. Is it Kamen Rider G?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I'll go with O's because I like it's like like I thought it was so cool.
Oh
I
my
love that.
god! Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever sat down in your room and gone on YouTube and just went to just looked for driver noises just to listen to to standby music? I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I have. For me, it's like I love. I know I was just talking about like Oz's, but like Decade's, like the and like the sounds of like Decade's belt and transformations are like super cool to me. Super freaking cool to me.
Yeah, super cool. I like Gaim's too. Gaim's noises.
Yeah.
Are good too.
Yeah.
But to me, the best. It's gonna be weird. I think not to. I love Kamen Rider standby music, but like Super Sentai standby music is just so good. But my favorite one is from Ninja. I love that standby song so much. It's so fucking catchy, bro. You don't understand. Like you can't help but wanna like move when you hear that standby music. It just goes neen 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 neen.
I'm listening. Hold on.
It's so cool. It's so cute.
I'm listening to it right now.
Bro, it just makes you want to dance. Also, fucking Kyoryuger's standby music is good too.
Oh, I'm listening. Neen, neen, neen. And it's got like the kind of bonking sounds. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. I mean, I'm not just gonna like sit here and list every single like Kamen Rider belt, but I do really like Kamen Rider Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, I really like Kamen Rider Wolf. He has a gun, right? Is this in what series is he a part of, Chet? Is this the 001? I don't know. But he shoots a bullet, Kamen Rider Wolf, and his henchman, is it Vulcan? Is it Vulcan? Wolf? Vulcan? Is it Vulcan? I don't know why I think. He shoots the bullet, and the bullet curves around back to him, and he punches the bullet, and the shattering of the bullet transforms into his armor across his arm and body. It's super cool.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's one sexy transformation.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
Yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
My least favorite one is Fours.
What? Why?
It's dumb looking.
No!
It's just like, it's too much. No, it's not that I dislike Fours, but Fours' belt,
okay,
I'm not a fan of.
True. It is
like the Fours belt it's goofy. True. It's so goofy. Come on. I don't dislike Fours. Like, it's kind of cool. I like the theme of it. I like the kind of the punk kid. Like, it's cool. But like the belt, the actual belt is goofy.
It is one of the bulkiest belts, I think, in my opinion. But it's supposed to be that way. I think it's by design.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's supposed to be that way. Listen, as much as I love Revice, I feel like the stamp system is kind of... I love it. I have the belt myself. I have it. I have Revice, and it's right next to me by my bed. But I feel like...
Is that the dinosaur one?
Yeah, that's the dinosaur
one. Yeah.
I love it, but I feel like... Who wants to carry around stamps all the time? Like, I don't. I don't want to carry around fucking stamps.
They're big. They're chunky.
And they're huge, and you have to sit there and like go...
Ooh. I think I quite like this belt, actually. It's kind of cool. I think the stamp thing's cool.
Dude, the color scheme is so... Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, one last thing about Kamen Rider. One of my favorite Kamen Riders are from Kabuto. It's the Punch and Kick Hopper. They're like a pair. Those two were like super cool to me.
Yeah. My god, you're unlocking all these old things that I have stored in my brain.
Same.
My brain.
Oh, my brain.
It's hurting. Help me.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to answer another question?
Sure thing. Like,
hell yeah.
Let's do it.
We can answer as many as you like.
Sure, let's just keep going until I can't feel my toes.
Okay. What is the best Sonic song?
See, I'm kind of dug in a hole because I covered Escape from the City, which is like a classic, right?
True.
It's a tough one. Ah, man, there's actually so many good ones, and like the really good ones are like these themes they've made. Oh my! How am I not gonna say like the cover song I did? But I don't think so. I don't think it's the best one. Escape from City. I don't think it's the best Sonic song. I actually think... how are you gonna do this to me? Okay, well, let me just start by saying like which ones I enjoy. Sonic Heroes, the theme song. Sonic Heroes. Like, I love that one. That's a good one. Live and Learn. I don't think that's one of the best ones. I mean, I like it, but Sonic Boom. I'm gonna go with Sonic Boom because for me, that one is like incredibly nostalgic. I love Sonic Boom. I'm gonna go with Sonic Boom. Yeah. It's Sonic Boom was a song. There's like an animation they did, like on the Sonic CD. There's like this. I don't know what game this was, but Sonic CD. There was like an animation, and the theme song for that is like what Sonic Boom is, and
I see.
Yeah, Sonic Boom.
I like Marble Zone.
Marble. You're picking like a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, Marble Zone.
I love how he's like looking down upon me. He's like Marble. Marble.
I'm listening.
You can't tell me that that's not a banger.
That's a good one. Was this in like the first Sonic, like Sonic 1?
Yeah.
I think so. That's a good one. Respect for not picking like, not that it's bad to, but it's not like, yeah, live and learn. Like, respect.
Wow, thanks. I got your respect.
You're like, wow, yeah, I really was like wanting that. Like, thank you so much. Gee, thanks, mister.
Hey, thanks, mister. Thanks for the respect. Want to answer another question?
Let's go for it. Yes.
If you could create your own Kamen Rider belt, what would it look like? Oh, shit.
Let me think about this.
Bro, yeah.
I'm thinking very seriously about this. It would be the theme of the Kamen Rider. I would be a chess Kamen Rider.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
And for me to perform my henshin, I would have to it's like a full chessboard. and I would have to beat like a grandmaster AI, like a what's his name, like Magnuson, or like what's that guy's name? It's like AI based on grandmaster chess players, and I would like have to checkmate them in order to like transform.
Based on the guy that had that thing up his butt?
I don't know what you're talking about. Magnum Carlsen, yeah. And then like Hikaru, like whatever. It's just like AI based on them, and I have to like beat them in a chess match, and then I transform. Also, going back to like, what did you say?
What?
What did you say? Is there a chess lore that I'm not familiar with? What is? Uh-huh.
It's just a guy that puts something up his butt.
A chess piece? Or
it's deep lore.
Deep lore, interesting. Okay, well, I've taken note of this.
It wasn't
Still
a
not
chess piece.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say to this, really. Allegedly, okay. Well,
allegedly, he had something up his patootie.
Okay, respect. Whatever you got to do, like whatever you got to. As long as you're not like hurting yourself or anyone else, like go for it.
Let's just move on, shall we?
Okay.
Next question. Excuse me.
Sure thing.
Excuse me.
We could do like maybe one or two more, if that's okay. Just like.
Are you concerned about my cough?
No. I have to. I'll be honest. My stomach hurts incredibly so right now.
Are you okay?
I've been on and off the toilet since I did like a hot sauce challenge recently with.
Oh, I'm so surprised that you're here.
No. I was feeling fine the whole time, but like the past 30 minutes, I have been like the rumblies in the stomach have been going.
Oh no,
and
it's about time.
It is about time. We're nearing it, but we can keep going. We can go for a little bit.
Oh,
a little bit. I don't want to be like, let's take a break. I don't want to be like, let's take a break, and I go like turn the bathroom into like Pompeii and like come back. Like I don't want to do that. So let's just go as long as we can.
Come back 30 minutes later, like, okay, I'm back, guys.
Right. Yeah.
When did Magni become a Sonic fan?
The same game I was just talking about, Sonic CD. It had the Sonic Boom animation. Like whatever this game for the GameCube was, I think it was a collection game. I'm not sure, but it had extras, like behind the scene extras. Oh. And part of this was like an image gallery. Okay. Yeah. And in this image gallery was a bunch of Sonic comic book cover art. Ooh. And I remember seeing this being like, what is this? Like, it's like, what am I looking at? And I'm a kid. I'm trying to like parse it out in my head. Like, yeah. It's like a art. It looks like a book. I'm not sure. And I remember I deduced that it was like some sort of book. I didn't even realize it was a comic. I don't even know if I knew what a comic was. I made my grandfather take me to bookstores in a desperate attempt to like find whatever this was, because I deduced that it was like some sort of book that existed. And I finally found like a comic book store. I obviously didn't even know what a comic book store really was. And my grandfather got me a subscription to the Sonic comic book series, like the Archie comics. And I would get these comics like at this point it's like every month. I'm not sure what it was, but I would just read these comics and I just like fell in love with Sonic. And I'm like an artist, right? Like I draw and stuff. Part of it was that I would draw Sonic, and in these comic books you could send your art in. Oh. And it would be featured in the next issue. And I remember doing that, and it got me into drawing. And I drew Sonic. And eventually when I got older, I would like draw my own OCs, and like on DeviantArt, there was like a Sonic OC community. It's just like Sonic was like a very big thing for me. And it started there with like my grandfather getting me the comic books. So yeah, I'm a Sonic fan.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Through and through. Yeah.
That reminds me of like when my brother got me into anime, and he was like giving me all this anime stuff to consume, and I became addicted to anime.
What was like the first anime you remember watching?
The first anime I remember watching was Sailor Moon, but I
Sailor
also
Moon.
watched Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that fucking show. That's like one of the only harem animes that like I absolutely adore. It's like my favorite harem anime.
Best girl, I have to pull up a list, but
Ryoko, best girl all the time. Fuck Ayaka, I don't like her.
I don't remember like in my head, right? I know, and I have watched it, and I know what the characters look like, but I don't remember names. I'm about to Google search this, and I'm either going to be like on your side or terribly. Let's go. Yeah, Ryoko. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody with a good mind
agreed.
Like Ayaka, bro. No one likes her.
Agreed.
No one will ever like her. It's all, I don't know what it is. Like, well, of course I know what it is. Ryoko is like the perfect tsundere. She's tough, but yet she's gentle, and she's sexy, and she's playful, and she's funny, and she has every single perfect quality in a woman. It's true. Also, her English voice actress, Jesus Christ. I would die to meet that woman.
I think I only watched the English version. I don't remember really.
I watched both, but there's something about Ryoko's English voice actress, like she's so iconic, bro. I don't know what, her voice is so sexy.
I'm not really recalling. I have to give it another watch. But I do remember.
Dude, just Google Ryoko English voice actress, English dub.
Ryoko English
and
dub.
And just listen
Tenchi.
to her speak.
Tenchi Muyo OVA episodes 2 to 20 English dub. It's 9 hours long.
Holy shit!
It's just the entire thing uploaded in a single video.
You know what? That's true. Nina's voice reminds me of her. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. People like, I don't know what is going on with Tenchi, but like the other day I like was looking for like the opening because I love the opening, the Tenchi universe, and it was freaking. I saw that 9 hours, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm listening.
I haven't seen people upload like full ass shows in so many years. The audacity.
Oh, I just watched the clip and like again, this is like ancient memories buried deep in my DNA that I have not thought about or even felt in such a long time. My goodness. My first anime was Evangelion. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, so like I went to like a store and they had like animes, right? Like box sets of anime.
Ah, yes, animes.
And animes, yes, as they do. And my dad was like, "Get whatever you want," you know. And I just like, I'm a kid. I don't know. Well, so actually, what I saw was on the front cover, it's like Asuka. On the back cover, it's Rei. So
oh my god,
it was like a box set of Evangelion. It was silver and shiny, and it was like Asuka in the plug suit and Rei in the plug suit. And I was like,
Asuka in the plug suit, iconic.
Yeah, and I got that, and I watched it as a kid, and you know what? Definitely too young.
Yeah,
definitely too young. And I remember watching it again as an adult, and I was like, "Wow, should not have kids watch this. Like maybe not like young kids." I was definitely way too young to even grasp like the themes in Evangelion. Also, Team Rei, by the way. Actually, I rescind my comment. I rescind the comment I just made. I don't even know why I said that. Team Misato. Misato chats, rise up in the chat.
Misato-chan, I see.
Yeah, Misato, Team Misato, rise up. It's our time. It's always been our time.
Damn, it's about time. It's been a long time coming.
Okay, I don't know how that is like related to the question I just read. I don't even know how we got there, but yeah.
We always get there. We get there when we
always get there.
Yeah. What about Ritsuko? No one cares about Ritsuko.
Are there actually people that are like Ritsuko?
I've never met a person who was about Ritsuko.
That's a made up person. That's a made up person, like a Ritsuko fan.
Ain't no one ever been about Ritsuko.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Ritsuko?
Who?
Like who? Oh my god, she got hoed. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I've consumed way too much anime, bro. Like a lot. It's unhealthy the amount of anime I've consumed.
I did in the past, but I'll be honest, like recently.
You don't have time.
I just don't. I have not seen Spy Family. I didn't catch up on the second season of Dragon Maid. I haven't seen stuff recently. Yeah. Just don't have time to sit down. And like it's not only is it a time thing, I think I just mentally game myself into not enjoying stuff. You know, it's just like I'm just stressed about stuff that like I can't imagine myself just sitting down and like watching through episodes of anime and enjoying it like I used to when I was young. I'm just like so burdened with like my own life that it's just hard to enjoy it, you know? I don't know. It's like so sad I'm hearing myself say this, like, wow, that's kind of sad. But like, this is the truth. It's just, that's how it is.
It's the same thing for me. Cause like I used to be able to focus, but then like I tried watching anime recently and I just have a million one things in my brain and I can't sit down and focus and enjoy a show.
Yeah.
Because I always have something in the back of my mind that I have to do and I'm too busy to do it. And I'm like, what have I become?
Yeah.
I was always like, yeah, I'm always going to watch anime till the day I die. I love anime. Anime is the best. And now look at me. What have I become?
I know.
A normie.
I know. True. Like I'm kind of a normie, like in my taste. Like my taste is very outdated, I think. Like again, like Spy Family, like all these stuff. Like I haven't read Chainsaw Man. Like I'm just a normie now. I admit it. On that very happy note, why don't we go to the next question?
Yeah, next question. Oh, a question for the great Mag Lord. Any tips for artists out there? I love seeing your art streams, so I was wondering if you could give your wisdom to the Magnation artists.
Well, I think one tip, and I think this applies to like any skill. If you're starting out, I guess, I'm assuming this is like advice for people like beginners or like just starting out. Like, I think you should try to focus on making a lot in the beginning instead of trying to make a few very high quality things. So like, especially with artists and like digital art, I remember myself back on like the DeviantArt days, I would never finish stuff. I would get so frustrated because it's like not good enough, right? Like it's not good enough. I'm looking at these pieces on DeviantArt front page. Some 12-year-old kid from like Indonesia is making the most highly rendered, beautiful piece of art I've ever seen in my life, right? And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like so frustrated, right? And I would like start pieces and like give up. And I think that's like bad, that you're not going to develop. You should just focus on making low quality stuff, but like a lot, like experiment, right? Keep experimenting and make like just a lot of stuff. I don't think it's good. Like that's not advice you give like an experienced artist, right? Like, but starting out, I think that's a good way to do. And I think I focus way too much on trying to make like the best thing possible, because how could I was not, I didn't have the capacity to, right? Like how can you make the best thing ever if you can't? You're not there yet. You're not there yet in your like career, or like your like not career, but like your stage of where you are as an artist. You just started. You're not going to make the best thing you can like way later. So don't focus on that. Yeah.
Excellent advice.
Thank you.
Listen to him. He has good advice.
Yeah. Kind of like been there, done that kind of thing, right? I wish I didn't focus on that. Yeah. Also, YouTube videos. Right. So that's like the spiritual thing, but like a technical thing is like there's so much good resources just like for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like how to render, how to color, how to use like Clip Studio or whatever it might be. Like just use YouTube. That's what I do.
Just YouTube it.
Also, watch people. Like I won't say who, but like I don't do much anymore, but I would watch streams or like time lapses. That's also very insightful because you can watch a tutorial and someone could tell you how, but there's kind of a disconnect between that and seeing how it's actually applied and used. So like time lapses or streams are actually really useful in my opinion. So yeah.
I like time lapses.
Yeah. Same.
I need to practice drawing. I haven't practiced.
Oh, practice. Yeah, that's the thing. It just like takes so much time to like do any hobby, like music or art or anything.
And we don't have time.
No time.
Would you like to answer one more question?
Let's do one more before I explode.
Oh my god, please don't explode. I'm begging you. Your fans will never let me live.
No, it's fine.
What was the funniest thing you caught one of the 10 people is doing? What a perfect question to end on.
Let me think about this.
There's too many. Too many.
I don't. Well, I don't know if it's because this was like recently. Or I don't know if I'm saying this because it was like the most recent thing to happen, but I've been collabing with Vesper Noir, my guildmate, a lot. He stayed over for the week, and we yesterday we did a karaoke, an unarchived karaoke.
That's amazing.
And in the beginning, it was super fun. I love karaoke. I was getting ready, I was prepping, and he said to me like, I said to the chat, I was like, everyone sing with us, sing with us, everybody. And he turns to me and goes, how are they going to sing with us? How are they supposed to like hear the backing track? And I was like, what? Do you think that like the music is like only for us to listen to and they listen to like an acapella? And that was kind of really funny because I was like, is that what you is? Yeah, I was like, it's cute, right? It's very cute. And it's like, I'm not like making fun of him, but it was like very funny that I was like, is that how you think it's that karaoke's have been done? And I don't know, that's just like a funny thing recently.
That is adorable. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's very adorable. That's the right word. Like, it's very adorable. Something else?
Yeah,
oh man, I'll be honest. Everything that's coming to my mind, I can't say right now.
Oh
god. Also, I want to be careful because I don't want to incur the wrath, and I don't want someone else to get their comeuppance on me and out something that I've done. So I need to choose my victim wisely.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Another thing. I mean, this is also something that like I said on stream, but like I also off collabed with my guild leader Altair, Regis Altair. And when we were streaming and he was like doing his intro to the chat, we said like, hello, welcome everybody, to the stream. And when he was like, hi everyone, and he was looking at the screen at the chat and he waved to them.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
And I was like, you just like waved to them? Like, that's adorable. That's very funny and adorable. And I said that to chat. I was like, chat, he just like, when he said that, I want you to know he like waved at you.
Dude, I'm guilty of doing that too. So I can't say anything. I do it all the time.
Very adorable.
I'm like, man, I wish I had hand tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do it all the time. And I'm like, man, I look so dumb.
Yeah. I will say, like, I can't be too harsh on that because, I mean, I talk with my hands. Like, very emotive. And I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing like, yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah. But Axel... I don't have a story for Axel. There's not like a funny thing. Like, you can't catch him doing anything funny because he's just like constantly just saying the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life, just normally on any given basis. So like him just as a person, just like head empty, I can't catch him doing anything because he's just like already doing it,
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my stories.
Wow. You guys are adorable. Holy shit.
Yeah, I love my boys. I'm glad they're the greatest.
Love your boys.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You guys are so cool.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I think this is like wrapping up here, but and we have to because I'm about to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For coming to my
thanks for inviting
abode.
me. Oh, this was great. I was like so excited.
Really?
That was a lot of fun. Like, yeah.
And now, you know what we gotta do next?
What do we have to do, Mouse?
We gotta do the list. We gotta rank.
Okay.
The suits.
Yes. The Common Rider suits.
It can't be today, but we'll do it soon.
Like right now.
Yeah, it has to be right now or else.
Oh my gosh. Are you about to vor me? Please don't. Ah! But yeah, thanks again for having me, dude.
That's it. Your Oshi's gone.
I've been bored.
Oh god, thank you for coming on my show. I've been dying to have you.
Of course, dude. Of course, that was super fun. Yeah.
Bro, I had a great time, and I hope you also had a great time too.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.